We're not going to be like everyone else and wait till New Year's to be the best version of ourselves. We're going to do it now, and we're going to take the steps that are required for us to reach the highest version of ourselves. And we're never going to be behind. We're always going to be 10 steps ahead of the game, ahead of everyone else. I'm going to break it down into 5 simple steps. So let's get into it. So number 1 is know your outcome. So what do you want in life? What do you want to be like? What are your goals? Get specific. The reason why people aren't successful is because they're not specific with their goals. They don't know what they want. Most people do not know what they want. You ask someone, oh, I want to be successful. What does success mean to you? They don't know what success means. Success could mean a whole different range of things. It could mean having your own business, having like perfect health, having this X amount of money. So it could mean different things for different people. So what does it mean to you? What does being successful mean to you? What is the outcome that you want? You need to have a clear understanding so that you can set your goals that will align with that outcome. If you don't know the outcome, you can't have goals because you don't know what you're working towards. It's like opening Google Maps and you don't know where you're going and you're just like driving everywhere. Obviously, you put in the location where you want to go and then it gives you the direction. So you've got the outcome and then it gives you the direction. So if you don't have that outcome and you don't have that location as to where you want to go, how will you be able to draw out that, map out that road for yourself? You won't be able to do it. So you need to write down a list of what you want to do. What does success mean to you? What is your outcome? What do you want to be? You need to find the traits of the people that you want to be like and then imitate them. So do they read books? Do they go to the gym? Do they eat junk food? Do they spend time with their family? Do they go out and waste their time? Do they scroll on TikTok all day? What do they do? And look at them and then write like, okay, this is how I want to be. And I look at them for inspiration, okay? You should never ever in your life follow anyone blindly. You should look at people for inspiration, but never follow them blindly. So look at someone and see like, yeah, this is what they do. So I'm going to take these because they kind of fit with me. Never follow them blindly. If someone says they wake up at 5:30 in the morning, does not mean you need to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to be successful. Do what goes with your body clock because everybody is different. If you wake up at 7, okay. If you wake up at 8, 9, okay, whatever goes with you, but don't waste your time. So look at the characteristics that they have and the traits that they have and the habits that they have, and then write them down as your outcome. This is what I want to be like. This is how they behave. Once you know your outcome and you're clear and you've defined what your outcome is, you can basically align your goals with it, and you can always reflect on, this is my outcome, how am I going to get it? So you can always adjust your goals, but your outcome should stay consistent because this is my outcome. This is how I'm going to get it. If you've tried different goals and different things and it hasn't worked, that means you just need to change your goals. You just need to change the way of how you're getting there. You need to change the route. We're using the Google Maps thing again. You need to change the route of how you're getting there. But my ultimate goal, my ultimate outcome stays the same. But the way I'm going to get there might be different. Number 2, I think is the most important one, is know your why. Knowing your why is the reason why you're doing something. It's the purpose behind it. You can have an outcome, but if you don't have a why, you're never going to achieve it because you don't have that motivation on the days you don't want to turn up. The reason why people have this fierce drive when they're trying to lose weight is because they know their why. They know that they feel shitty when they're fat. They know they don't feel healthy. They know they feel depressed. They know that they don't feel good when they look in the mirror. They have that intrinsic drive. I want to be healthier. I want to feel better. I want to love myself. You understand? So the purpose is so much more important than having the outcome. If you have an outcome and you don't have a purpose, you will never reach your goals because you don't know the why. The reason why I wanted to get so much into health and fitness was because my why was that when I'm older, I want to be able to run around with my kids and their kids. I don't want to be unhealthy because most people in South Asian societies are like unhealthy with high blood pressure and diabetes at the age of 60. And then you see like other women who are at that age and they're thriving. And then you see women on like Instagram or YouTube and they're in their 70s and they're thriving, running businesses, doing exercise, going to the gym, all of this stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to be one of those South Asian women that have like high blood pressure and diabetes. No, I need to fix my health and I need to start eating healthy and I need to go and work out. So that was my why. That was my purpose. And every time I don't feel like doing it, I remember that why. And that is what pushes me, because you're not always going to be motivated all the time, but you need to remember your why. So it gives you direction and it helps you build a resilience because you know your why. You know what you're going after. You know the outcome you want. So you keep going after it no matter how you're feeling. You always follow the plan. Don't go on your emotions, because if you always go on your emotions, you're always going to fail, because they're fleeting. Your emotions are fleeting. They will go. That moment will pass. But if you always rely on your emotions, they're always changing. It's not going to matter in an hour. It's not going to matter in a day. So forget about your emotions and follow the plan, because you will never get anywhere and you will never succeed if you're always going on your emotions. So that is why you need to always remember your purpose, one, and you need to never rely on your emotions, because you will never get anywhere. You will never be successful if you're always depending on your emotions to always feel good and always stay motivated. That is why knowing your why and having that bigger purpose is so important, because it builds that resilience. It gives you that reason as to chase your dreams and chase that outcome that we said in the beginning. Okay, so number 3 is when you know your outcome and you know your why, you need to break it down into manageable steps. And this is so important, because if you have such a big goal and then you're just going to look at it like, oh my God, it's so big, I can't reach it at all. No, you break it down into little steps, and then you're like, oh, I can do this. This is easy. Like if you look at a whole book, oh, I need to finish the whole book. I need to read a page or 2 every day. You'll finish the book in no time. If you think like, say the weight one, for example, if you think you're fat and you want to lose like, I don't know, 10 kilos, and then you're just like, oh my God, 10 kilos is a lot. Don't look at it like that. Just think, I need to feel less bloated every single day. I need to eat a little bit less every single day. I need to drink more water every single day. When you do these little habits, it will basically make that big goal come to fruition, but you won't even realize it, because you're doing little things to change it. You're not doing something so big and so drastic, because once you do something so big and drastic to reach your goals, you're not going to stick with it. If one day you didn't walk at all and then you try to start walking 10,000 steps a day, you're going to be tired after a few days and you're going to be like, no, this isn't for me. So instead of going from 0 to 10,000 steps, go from 0 to 15 minutes a day. I don't know how many steps that is, but 15 minutes a day. Then maybe you can do 2 of those, or maybe make it 20, then make it 30. So then you build up to that 10,000 steps a day. Don't just one day go from not doing anything, not eating healthy, not doing anything, then just going on to doing this massive thing. Otherwise you won't stick with it. We always want to stick to the plan. And how are you going to do that? You break it down into manageable steps. Stop looking at other people. You might be looking at their chapter 10 while you're just beginning. Stop looking at other people, because then it makes you feel worse. You're not going to feel any better. Stop comparing yourself. You're in your own race, own lane, okay? You're not running a sprint here. You're running a marathon. Take it slow. Take it at your time. What works for you? Other people have their own stuff going on. You might have something else going on in your life. So you just need to concentrate on being consistent. That's the only thing you need. Consistency is key. If you want anything in your life, just be consistent and you will get it. No need to tell people your goals. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Nurture it. Nurture it. Talk to yourself with love. Do those manageable steps. Know your why. Know your why. So important. It will always keep you focused, laser focused, because you know the reason why you're doing something. It will help you stay in alignment, help you stay motivated, help you stay consistent. Number 4 is schedule and an accountability system. So whether you want to do it with your friend, if you know your friend is good and they're up for it and they want to do the same things, then you can always do that. You can bring in your family members, or you could just write in your diary and have like a little habit tracker. When I tick something off on my habit tracker and I'm like, yeah, I did that. I ticked all of them off. So having an accountability system is really good. You need to track yourself. You know what I do? When I started to try to lose weight, I used to write down every single thing that I ate, because you know why? If you eat more, then you feel guilty for writing that long of a list down, and then you consciously, subconsciously, you stop eating so much because you don't want to write down a whole list on a piece of paper. I don't know why that came to my head, but maybe it might help someone, because really, when you start writing stuff down and then you're just like, oh my God, do I actually eat this much? Yes, you do. You're trying to lose weight. You need to write down and track everything, because the reason why you're not losing weight is because you're overeating. It's as simple as that. You might think you're not eating that much, but the calories add up, especially what you are eating. So when you write it down, you actually realize how much you're eating. So that is having accountability as well, because then you know exactly how much you're eating, and then you can track how much you're eating, how much you want to lose, and then you basically deduct that amount. So that's accountability system as well. tracking how much you're doing something, which goes back to my habit tracker, which I think is a fantastic idea. If you want to do something by yourself and you don't have like friends or family to do something with, I think a habit tracker is a really good accountability system, and it just makes you happy. Like ticking those stuff off makes me happy anyways. And number 5 is reflect and adjust weekly. So that means just looking back over the week, like, am I moving closer to my goals? Is this in alignment with what I'm doing? Is it working for me? That is one important thing. Is something working for me? You don't have to just make a plan and follow it. You need to check, is this working for me? Am I getting the results? If something's not happening, then you need to change your approach. And the way to do that is reflecting. So taking a moment to reflect, how am I feeling? Is this working for me? Do I like this? Do I want to change it up? If you started to wake up early in the morning and you're just like, this ain't for me, I can't stick with it, then push it a bit later. Do what works for you. Do what will help you to stick to the plan. Maintain focus, know your why, know your outcome, and nothing will stop you. You will be unstoppable. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.